Coach took care of business tonight. Another win. Just opening statement.
Yeah, first I would like to say credit to PFW. I've known their coach for 25 years. We actually played against each other in college, so there's a little personalness to the game. I have a lot of respect for him and what he's done with the program there, and they play the right way. They're connected. They don't beat themselves. They just play hard and they battle. And so those are the kind of guarantee games that I like playing, because they have the chance to make your program better. So I would like to first just say credit to them with just how hard they played. I thought they were well prepared. We were kind of, for whatever reason, sleeping a little bit in the first half, especially from an offensive standpoint. Made some adjustments at halftime, and I was proud of the way that we played from an offensive standpoint in the second half.
Were you guys expecting to be able to handle them on the glass like you did? Because that was a major point where you guys took advantage.
Yeah, we talked about that before the game. That's something that we spent a lot of time just kind of addressing and thought that was an area that we could kind of separate. I didn't think it would be that drastic. But when you have a guy on your roster, get 17 rebounds himself, 6 of them being offensive, it's a great tool to have in your shed. And credit to Jonathan for how hard he played, how he pursues the ball. I told him he's going to have a 20-rebound game here pretty soon. He's that kind of rebounder and has that kind of motor. So credit to him. But it was collective throughout our team. We didn't allow an offensive rebound in the second half, which was great. We talk a lot about that. So credit to our team for kind of following the game plan from a rebounding standpoint.
Jonathan, coming into this year, his strengths were well documented. The free throw shooting was an area of doubt, and he was 5 of 6 at the line tonight. Has it just been something with his technique there, or what's it been that's allowed him to improve?
It's credit to him. We've spent a lot of time with him, shooting a lot of free throws, but he spends a lot of time on his own. And it's important to him. And I love the fact that since the day he got here, he's tried to address some of the things that people said he could or could not do. And he's gotten better in so many different areas, free throws being one of them. People question whether he could shoot the ball. He made an elbow jump shot over the weekend, and I think he's just starting to figure out, how good he can be.
Obviously, also a breakout game offensively for Ryan. Seemed like he was just locked in. Was there something you noticed pregame with him, or?
No, nothing that he does really surprises me, and I keep saying it. He's a freshman, but he has my complete trust. He just goes about everything the way you should. He goes about things the way a senior would, and that just speaks to his character, to his family, how he was raised. He's been doing this his whole life. But he had a big impact on that game, and decided to start him in the second half because I thought he would just give us a little bit more energy and kind of settle us down a little bit offensively, get us into some stuff. And so credit to him. He took advantage of it and played his butt off.
Yeah, adding on, when someone like Beasley's able to give you 20 off the bench and Josh is able to give you, he's able to run around for 15 minutes, can you just talk about the impact that the bench has on the outcome of these games?
Yeah, I don't think our bench has even, kind of scratched the surface in terms of what they are going to be for our team. We are deep. We have a lot of weapons, and we're still trying to figure out rotations. But tonight I thought we did a good job of separating with our bench. Every night it could be somebody different. And I thought Malik played really well off the bench against DePaul the other night. I thought Ryan did as well. Tonight, Josh gave us some good minutes. But that's how our team is going to be, and we kind of have to embrace that and understand that should be a separator for us. Our bench should be, as the game goes on, it should be what wears people down. And so I'm glad that kind of played itself out tonight.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the Mastodons and their high-intensity defense? You talked about earlier having a lot of respect for them and making them that's a team that would help make your program better.
Yeah, I think they're leading the country in turnovers forced. And they're also, I think, second or third in turnover margin, meaning they don't turn the ball over. So I think they average 8 turnovers a game. Tonight they had 12, so we did a good job of kind of speeding them up a little bit. And turnovers have been an issue for us to this point of the season. Tonight was our lowest turnover percentage of the year. So we made some adjustments. I think, we kind of locked in on some of the keys to the game. We knew if we turned it over at a high rate, we'd be playing right into their hands. So proud of the team for, taking that to heart.
Then earlier today, it was announced that Frankie Ferrari is back at the Hilltop as an assistant coach. How much are you looking forward to get a USF legend like him on your coaching staff?
Yeah, I've been trying to get a former player back here for a while, just kind of waiting for. And Frankie and I had some conversations in the off seasons, and as players do, as competitors do, he never really wanted to say he wanted to hang him up. And believe me, I've tried to get him back here for the last year and a half, and kind of got a call before our USC scrimmage, and he expressed some interest, and we just happened to have a position open, and he's going to be great for our program. It's like having another point guard on our staff. The wisdom, the knowledge that he can pass on to Marcus and Ryan and Mike, but to our whole team. He's what a Don is, what it should be. So I'm so excited for him to, learn what it means now to be a coach, and kind of impart all the things that he learned as a player into our guys. He's going to be invaluable for our program. So really, really excited for him and for our team and the rest of our staff just to have him on board.
What would you say your approach to building a winning culture with this new talented group this season is?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think selflessness would be the first thing. When you have a team from top to bottom where I'm trying on a daily basis to figure out minutes for everyone. And the sooner that we realize as a team to be selfless, to understand that one night it may be your night and the next night it may be someone else's. But that's what great teams do. And we don't play an individual sport. This isn't golf. This isn't tennis. And we have to take great ownership and great pride in the fact that the sum of our parts should be what wear people down. And believe me, there's not enough minutes to go around. A guy like Justin Beaker, praised him in the locker room after the game because the guy just stays ready. He never knows if he's going to play or not. And sure enough, there's always a point where I think for one reason or another, he can help solidify us, whether it's on the offensive end or the defensive side of the ball. He just stays ready. And when I put him in, he acts like he's been playing the whole game. He is as good of a kid, as good of a teammate as I've been around in 25 years of coaching. And I think that has a chance to spread throughout our program, and that's what should make us great. And so that's going to take some time for guys to really embrace roles and understand that we need everybody locked in, everybody to stay ready, because you never know when your number is going to be called.
And then, unfortunately, last time around, you guys didn't get the expected result in last year's Chase Center game. What does it mean for you guys to get to play in this venue twice this go-around?
Yeah, we want to take advantage of it. Last year, for whatever reason, did not have our best effort playing down there, and gave an opportunity away on an NBA arena, in an NBA arena. So we're excited to play a Power 5 school. We already played one in DePaul, and these opportunities don't come around every week. So we got to be ready. We need to rest, have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow, enjoy the time together, and then Friday and Saturday we really got to lock in and get ready for a very well coached, a very talented, a bigger team than what we've played to this point. And we'll have our hands full on Sunday, but we'll be ready to compete and look forward to the challenge.
Thank you.
You had touched on Justin. I wanted to ask about his role a little more because it wasn't I know at times in the past it's been like, we need energy, we're lollygagging, we're going to bring Justin in. Seemed like his role has kind of changed. How would you describe it?
He's a Swiss Army knife. I literally feel like I can put him on anyone 1 through 4 on the other team. He doesn't look like he's tough. He's a little bit on the thinner side, but that dude battles, man. He battles, and it's personal to him. And so I feel like I can trust him from a defensive standpoint. Offensively, there's a term we kind of use called a blender. I feel like you can put him on the floor with anyone, and he figures out the right way to play. He moves the ball, cuts, doesn't try to do anything outside of his realm, and kind of has a way of affecting the flow of the game from an offensive standpoint. And to have a guy like that, sitting on the bench makes me happy, gives me a little bit of security knowing that in those times I can go to Justin. He's always going to be ready to go.